So it seems that I'm stuck in a bit of a rut in regards to exercise. I mean, I've been trying to exercise a little bit more, but I have a large, I mostly work at home, and so, whenever I'm home, I'm sitting around, but, I'm trying to do a little bit more exercise, do like 3 workouts a day instead of 1, and it's sort of, I don't know, it's getting really hard to sort of lose weight because I sit down so much, I guess. So I definitely know what it's like to sort of put on weight, and technically, I'm not supposed to be eating potato chips. I used to eat potato until the potato tasted like it had been grown under horse manure, which isn't a very pleasant sort of discovery to find. And then I switched to potato chips, which is just the plain ones. However, I don't have a freezer right now, and the bags are very big. I can't eat a kilo of potato chips at one stage, and so I have curly fries every now and again. But even they're a little bit unhealthy, and they're like $5 a packet unless you get it on special where they're reduced to $2. So then I tried. So then I just grabbed a packet of potato chips, which are around sometimes $1.50 on special, sometimes 88 cents on special, and sometimes $2.20 full price. And that's for a really big bag that lasts a whole week. So I just I really just nibble on it every now and again. But, I'm still finding that I'm getting lots of weight, and it's because I sit down and I don't sort of get outdoors all the time, and, sort of leading that kind of cushy life. And then there's, it doesn't matter how many calories I eat. I eat around 50% of my diet's rice, 40% is vegetables, and 10% is other things like potato chips, 5% juice, and stuff like that. I eat fruit salad now instead of chocolate, cookies, or, any kind of cookie, to act as a filler after dinner, because sometimes I find it really hard to not feel hungry. And so I'm buying loads of cans of fruit, and that really works to settle my stomach, because otherwise I feel like I'm starving and I want a snack, and when I want a snack I want to eat something. So that's sort of the healthy change that I've done recently. I used to have a really healthy diet where I only had rice and rice noodles and vegetables, lentils. If I cooked egg, it was usually scrambled egg, omelette. One stage I was cooking egg in the oven for some reason, I don't remember why, to avoid the calories of a fry pan, I guess. I used to boil my fruit instead of eat it raw, so like if I'm eating pear, I used to put it in a little container, put some water in, and put it in the oven for like 20 minutes or so, and it'll come out kind of soft, and that was designed to get rid of the chemicals on the actual apple, and actually worked to sort of serve as that actually reduced my weight a lot at one stage, because I guess I wasn't eating all those chemicals. It's part of my cleansing to have like cold showers, because I have a little bit of herpes, and it was getting rid of it for some reason, and my immune system picked up, and I could get rid of whatever disease I had, so I had no diseases. And I was constantly having cold face syndrome, which people call ugly. And anyway, my mom has a blue face, my grandma has a blue face on my mother's side. I think my grandma on my father's side has a blue face. So, there's plenty of blue faces people. My father's the one that has brown skin. And he's sort of giving us our tans. Otherwise, we might have come out with lighter skin and blue faces, but friends got a blue face, but it was a big deal because when I was getting fit, all my physical shape was growing in check. So it was alarming to many of my closest relatives to actually look fit and actually have a body shape. Because they used to sing you as a butterball, and so turning into sort of this physical fitness freak was too much for their eyes and the mental processes. And I had a blue face, and I still have a blue face, but for some reason when you're sort of thinner, that they were interlocking it with anorexia and stuff, when you're not actually anorexic at all. And fair enough, I was doing a lot of fitness because I was trying to specifically get a lot of muscle, but I guess no one likes small muscles or something. If I turned big and muscly, it might not have been bad, but because I turned small, it was like everyone was sort of going blah blah blah, you're too thin, blah blah blah, you're anorexic, and it was a lot of cruelty, mental cruelty. I had no friends in my parents' eyes. Under my parents' eyes, I had no friend with them. I was pretty much almost abandoned for actually just doing a lot of fitness. I was just thinking, well, if you bother to do fitness, not drink coffee all day, and have your one meal in the afternoon and go to bed every day, then you might be as fit. But they don't. They pretty much, if they're not sort of doing a job which requires a bit of fitness, or walking some to the car, or walking at work, they don't do anything. They just go home and go to sleep after cooking dinner and cleaning, or gardening. So, sure enough, they do quite a bit of physical activities, but they never try to get fit. So anyway, that was a big deal. So it was too hard for me to get fit, so I turned back into my butterball because it's easy that way. And then you have no issues. Well, you do have issues, but not as violent as when you're sort of just doing your hour and a half in the morning, hour and a half in the afternoon of exercise. So I find it easy to be lazy, but at the moment I'm concerned about turning into a bigger butterball like I was when I was before I was 10. So I'm trying to get three short exercise regimes in check, so I can be a moderate level weight. So I'm not turning fit, I'm not gaining too much muscle as to turn small, and I'm not turning fat as to be a big butterball where I have quite a bit of struggle with my weight. So without being as a basis as rolls of fat falling down your legs and stuff. So yeah, that's my main aim at the moment. But I can understand how people can put on weight when they're just sitting around, even if they eat well. I'm sure that people will find with the calorie tax and stuff that people can eat well. They can eat vegetables and rice all they want, but they'll still turn fat unless they do a little bit of exercise, and they'll turn, if they in the right genetics to carry fat. Some people are lucky, they don't need to do any exercise, but they still aren't fit. But if you do build up fat really easily, like our genetics does, then you'll have issues with turning into little butterballs or big butterballs or whatever.